Hello, we're joined today by some new faces on the BCA Weekly Chat. Myself, Kathie Elliott, John Simpson, our President for BCA, and of course Emma Bennison, who everyone is well and truly across. So a little bit about myself. As some of you may not have met me, I work as a strategic management consultant with Emma and the team, and part of my role is about identifying opportunities in order for us to promote our work and the achievements that we do. So one of those recent awards was the Aspire Awards. I nominated Emma, quite a fair bit longer, a long time ago, I think now, Emma. I think it was about January, for an Aspire Award. And that was in recognition of her leadership of the organisation and of our advocacy achievements. So I'd like to hand over to John, who is going to present the award to Emma.
Thanks, Kathie, and good to have you with us on the weekly chat. Firstly, a little bit of history. The Aspire Awards are in fact promoted by an organisation that's called Funds in Court, which is a division of the Supreme Court of Victoria. And it's basically that part of the administration of the court system that collects funds where compensation or other payments to the court are made and held in trust. So obviously that gives them a revenue stream that they've decided to use in relation to some awards. And the awards, the Aspire Awards, have been run since 2016. And they're basically designed to promote community awareness about disability and the achievements of people with disability in the community. As Kathie has already said, this gave us the opportunity earlier in the year to make a nomination for Emma, and that nomination was in two categories. Firstly, in her role as the CEO of a fast-growing and successful small not-for-profit organisation, and secondly, in recognition of her leadership of our advocacy work, the drive and strategic thinking that she is able to apply to our successful advocacy work. So recently we received advice that both of those nominations had been accepted, and then just a few days ago Emma was advised and provided with the medallions that recognise her nomination and recognition through this award process. It's not the end of the line, so we're very hopeful that later this year we'll be able to come back to you and talk about Emma as the winner of one of these awards. But we did want to take the opportunity, Emma, to acknowledge firstly your work and secondly your recognition. And on behalf of our members and our staff and our board, I just want to take the opportunity to thank you for your work and to say congratulations on this further acknowledgement of the work that you're doing on our behalf.
Thanks very much, John, and thank you so much to you, Kathie, for nominating me. It's also really nice to have some friends on the weekly chat. I like to have you guys here more often. I just want to make the point that it's fantastic always to be acknowledged through these kind of award nominations, but I think it's really also an award that I accept on behalf of the many members of BCA who I speak to and work with every day, who are advocating as individuals to make life better for themselves and for all of us who are blind or vision impaired, and also on behalf of the fantastic staff team that I'm very privileged to have working with me, and the wonderful board that supports the work of and leads the work of BCA. So while it's wonderful to be acknowledged as an individual, there's no way I could do any of what I do without some fantastic people working with me. So thank you very much to all of you, and thank you for this nomination.
You're very, very welcome, Emma. And I think it's only appropriate that you show us these very, very fancy medallions.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Wow. So I'll
Oh,
audio describe. So they're very beautiful brass, very big medallions that say on it, I'm trying to just read it. I think it says Australian Aspire Award, and it's got some beautiful wattle on there. And I think they're raised, aren't they, Emma?
Yes, they are. Yep.
Yes. So yeah, pretty special. And I think some breaking news. Didn't you just get some other pretty exciting news this morning, Emma, that you might want to share with everybody?
I did actually. I got some very exciting news this morning, which was that I applied a few weeks ago now for a scholarship from the Australian Scholarships Foundation to do a Master of Business Administration through Kaplan Business School. And the Australian Scholarships Foundation provides scholarships to a broad cross-section of leaders of not-for-profit organisations. So it's a huge privilege that I've been awarded a full scholarship to do an MBA through Kaplan Business School commencing in November. So that's very exciting news. And I'd like to say a huge thank you to the Australian Scholarships Foundation and Kaplan Business School.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's brilliant, Emma. Well, I hope everyone will post some comments and congratulate Emma on both of these amazing achievements. And I'll let you sign off, Emma, because that's obviously what you do every week.
Yeah, so there's heaps happening at BCA, but I haven't got time to tell you about that this week. But I look forward to speaking to all of you next week.
Bye.